Armand, let's talk about your rugby journey, where it began for you and where it started with Dorking.
The rugby journey for me started as a 5-6-year-old in Cape Town playing bare feet until I had boots when I was 16 for the first time. So frosty pitches every Saturday morning. But I went up through the ranks, played a bit of Western Province over there, came over here to play a bit of rugby, and then sort of fell in love with the club, to be honest. I never looked back, and it's been, 13 years now, so yeah, it's great.
Wow. Do you miss pulling on the boots?
I do, I must admit, I do. So every Tuesday and Thursday night when the boys train and put my boots on and I sort of go out there and it's like, oh, I can still do this. But you know what, it's a different chapter. I feel I'm quite green from what I'm doing now in that respect. So it's great, it's a good challenge, I enjoy it.
We're going to have to briefly touch about the postponed game. Now, I don't want to get you to look into your crystal ball, but the boys look seriously sharp and well drilled on Thursday night. What were you working on? What was the prep?
Well, the prep was just to get some tempo in our game. We knew when we played them away earlier this season, they were quite physical, but we did miss a few players that day. Yeah. So we were quite sluggish turning up there, so we knew we had to bring some tempo into it, and trying to be accurate in everything we do with that tempo was our challenge. So on Thursday night, I thought we looked really great, so just as gutted when the game was called off. So,
just quickly going back to the game in Guernsey, how much of a factor is the travelling?
It is slightly, I must admit though, it does affect you. It's early morning, you get to the airport, you're sort of with those guys the whole day. So then when you've got to prep yourself for the game, it's like you just got to flick a switch. So it is quite hard in that respect. But yes, a lot of players are quite professional about it. They turn up, they know when to switch on. But inevitably some players will struggle to flick that switch, and they just feel they're in the same mindset when the game kicks off. And unfortunately for us, there was 24 points later and we had to play catch up.
Give me a rundown of the season so far. How satisfied are you with your current position?
I'm really satisfied, considering where we've been last year and the amount of youth that's coming into the first team at the moment. Yeah. Very satisfied. The guys are learning, and they've got to learn quick. Yeah. So the experience is being picked up every single week in every training session. We work really hard on it, so I'm pleased. I mean, we've got a lot of youngsters who plays for us in the sense of we've got about 1 out of 4 players under 21 who's playing for any of our senior teams every weekend, and most of them are homegrown talent, so I've got to be pleased about that. It's just developing them and pushing forward.
Yeah. How do you push on up the league this season?
Well, from our point of view, it is just being a bit more clinical. We feel we've got the players who's good enough to do it. It's just not making those silly errors. So we're trying to cut the little errors out of our game and just play in the right areas, and that's what we've got to achieve. So as a team, we're rebuilding completely and getting everyone to get to learn how to play the Dorking way, which is quite good for us.
I was speaking to the skipper, Matt, Prince of Dorking, I believe it is. He was saying that he wants to see the club established at level 4. Would you agree with that? Yeah,
100%. I think that's it's a feasible target for us, but we do need to put the groundwork in. We have to make sure we put a really good foundation down. And to me, this season, next season, and possibly a third season in this league, just to make sure we can consolidate what we've got. I'm not saying that I don't want to go up. If the boys are playing well, then we're in that position. I want to win every game. Let's do it. But definitely we've got to put the groundwork in, and then once we get to that stage where we can push, we've got a bigger pool of players who's capable of playing first team rugby.
Quickly tell me about the cockpit, this Dorking crowd. What is it like? Where is it as well?
Well, the cockpit, obviously it comes from the cockerel on the shirt, and it's been something when the clubhouse has been redone and we had to put railings around to keep everyone away. Sort of the cockpit was born. But in the nicest way, the guys make a bit of fun of it, and it's a unique tag that everyone's got. But when the crowd's there, they're on that little mound, and they can get quite vocal in a nice way and get behind the team. So, of which we got a great crowd. I mean, they support us anywhere we go, everywhere we go. The Cornwall trips, they play golf, and the day before turn up loud, good songs going, and it's great to have those type of supporters. So yes, cockpit is a great name. It's going to stay with us for a while.
Armand, really appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, no, thank you. Cheers.